One of, if not the first, shop infrastructure project I endeavored was a relatively dust-free cabinet for my two 3D printers. I'm down to only the one printer now, and after learning a lot about this craft in general, I've grown to dislike the old cabinet for several reasons. It has a huge footprint, the doors are flimsy and have a wide swing, the compartments are largely disorganized single shelf spaces, and while the clear plexiglass sides are interesting, they have proven to be very weak. Look at it over there, existing peacefully. Recently, I removed it and a few other shop furniture items from my garage as space is a hot commodity. This will be the first video in a series of storage upgrades, hopefully culminating in the addition of proper desk collection within my shop. I'm starting with this cabinet intending to use the same approximate footprint, but with an additional dust mitigating cabinet where I can store tools and supplies for working with electronics, or anything else that needs a more dust-free environment. Also, I really want to be able to use my printer again. I made a simple model based on the measurements I took of the two things that I wanted housed in the cabinet: the printer itself, and also a small, bad plastic set of drawers. Here I am following the cut list from said model. I won't name any names, but someone either forgot to film or otherwise lost the footage for all the dados I cut using the router table. And for some reason, in the next couple of clips, no audio was recorded. Terrific. The majority of the cabinet is slotted together, glued, and then screwed. But because I plan to use the top for more cabinet space or a drying location for different builds, it was glued and then held together with pin nails. And of course, casters for the cabinet to remain stationary at almost all times. Here, I'm making half-lap cuts for the inset seal for the 3D printer enclosure. Later, I'll be making a door roughly the same size, in roughly the same manner. This is a surprise rabbit that will help us later. As part of the shop reorganization project, I'm using scraps and cutoffs wherever applicable, and outside of the plywood purchased for large structural sections, whatever material I already have in my possession. I'm making the door from some poplar I had lying around, as well as the same half-lap joinery. While that dries, I'll focus on the remaining cabinet doors. I reclaimed a bit of project board from an old jig. And these braces are reused MDF. Hopefully there wasn't going to be any sag in the doors, but this should help prevent any. This is a stop for the doors on the side cabinet. Followed by the most basic hinge installation ever. I also had some decent 3/8 inch magnets, and I wanted to use these for a good hold on the doors. Installing the enclosure seal required a man on the inside. Same utilitarian cheap hinge as before. I like to tell myself it's function over form. I used a number of smaller magnets all around this door, in hopes this would result in a larger clamping force that spread out evenly all around the door. Next, I cut the same rabbet as before in this door, a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch. And here I am cleaning up the corners. All this in order to recess a sheet of plexiglass that I sealed in with silicone and hot glued into place. I wanted this to be removable in case it ever became damaged and it needed replacement. And now the purpose of the earlier rabbet becomes clear. I used a self-adhesive weather strip, and this is giving a soft and consistent seal. I made a similar rabbet in one of the side doors and used the rest of the strip here. Where did those knobs come from? Oh yeah. My last cabinet had some LED lights on the inside so that I could easily see a print or work on the printer, and I'd like to maintain that feature. I cleaned up the wiring a lot from last time and pulled out a larger switch instead. And I included a strip of LEDs in the side cabinet so that I could easily pick through supplies there as well. I'm also attaching a power strip inside of the enclosure to power everything, but that 2-inch hole in the back has rendered all previous sealing attempts pointless. If only there was some device that could manufacture a plug for said hole that would also grip onto the cable so that I don't destroy everything when I inevitably trip over it. I put something quick together. The outer diameter of the plug is 2 inches, and the little insert that I hammered into place has progressively larger angled sides. When fully seated, it pushes the plug into the plywood, as well as up into the power strip cable. It's pretty solid. I have some plans to use the front for small tool storage that I regularly use in the shop and on the printer or electronics, but I don't have a concrete plan for that yet.
So now it's got everything I need at hand all at once. Soldering iron, rubber band dumpster, emergency Nerf gun,